Well, good evening, friends. Well, we're going to do our evening Lenormand reading for the week of March 10th. And the very first card out is what Spirit would like to talk with us about. All right, let's see. First card out is the ship. That's like our projects. And then we have our tree. And then we have our fish. And then we have our mice. And then we have our stork. And then we have the fox. And then we have the coffin. And then we have the cross. And then we have the dog. I wonder if that has anything to do with Roxy just barking. Well, let's see. I do see a period of rest. I do see finances might be in the picture here. But I do see progress. I love to see the stork in the center. The stork is a successful progression. And then I see the dog, and the dog would be like your immediate family members, your friends, your peers, that sort of meaning behind it. But then the fox is there too. So the fox would be like your partnerships feel. Okay, so the cross, with it being in that upper left-hand corner, that would be like, obviously it could be a spiritual journey next to the ship, but I almost feel like that was more your responsibilities and your karma, which is kind of like attached to that. So your spiritual journey that is putting you on your destined path. Okay. The tree is there, so that's like another wish fulfillment feel to it, but it's healing, it's growth, it's your family roots. But the mice are there. I feel like those mice tend to create a little bit of concern, but they're also, that anxiety kind of feel. So I'd like to see us turn our anxieties into excitement for our healing and growth. Okay. The fish, that's your day-to-day activities, and it's your finances, and when those feel like those are running out, which that coffin has that feel to it, then you start maybe working with your close-knit, either family, friends, colleagues, partnerships, to see what you can do to promote growth. Okay. Let's see what else. We've got the snake. That darn snake. That's some difficult, challenging news. And it may have to do with a parent, a mother, sister, daughter, friend, kind of a feel to it. But the sun is in the middle. So that sun in the middle makes all of the aspects of the cards, on a positive feel to it. Okay, so even the snake, that's positive resolution. And then the tower is there, which is that official feel. But with the tower and the snake there, I feel like that has to do with the time change. And I really wish that they would leave that time alone, because I feel like it messes with people's their internal rhythm. Like your day-to-day commutes, medications that you take. Some people are late for work. That feel. I do see either dodging of a bullet feel with the snake and the clover. And I see that there's some sort of a big offer that might be coming your way. Okay. And then I see crossroads, the heart, and the moon. That is kind of a loving relationship. There could be multiple things that bring you passion too. Inspiration with the flowers there. But then the book is there, so that's something, a mystery, or something, maybe a surprise gift is possibly there. Maybe because the crossroads, it would be like different choices to make, but I feel like there's a mystery attached to it with the mountain, and it's kind of like a new chapter that seems pleasant surprise feel. Okay. Lilies are there, which is, your career, your lifestyle, but going on multiple different paths. Could be walks, could be different roads, but to get out there maybe and enjoy the springtime energy. I do see the mountains are there, so that could be maybe going for a hike. Okay, let's see, what else do we have here? And we've got the scythe, and then we've got the house, and then we've got the gentleman, and then we have the stars, the birds, the anchor, the lady, the rider, and the whip. Well, I see some fast-paced energy here. Could be some passion in action. But I also see boundaries. So, there is that feeling of possibly breaking, breaking the silence. The birds, that's your voice, that's your vocals. And the whip, that could be a little bit of challenging conversation, though. Okay. There might be a little bit of an uprooting feel, but a positive decision. So change doesn't always feel good, but change is necessary. Change is inevitable. It's the people that have difficulty with change and adapting to change that struggle. So, embrace it. It won't always be like this feel, light at the end of the tunnel feel. When things are slow, take advantage of that. Obviously we need to bale hay while that sun shines, but when things are slow, look for ideas or things that you can do during that slower period, okay? And it could be rest, relaxation, it could be going on a vacation, getting out in nature for sure, though, okay? That upper left-hand corner is the cross. The cross is our destiny. The paths we take, the choices we make, they put us on that path. But the timeline does feel like we've jumped with this time change. I know that. Spring forward. Okay, let's see, what do we have here? Well, the tower is highlighted here, so I feel like there could be traveling to a different town, a different destination, and it's an event. Maybe a town hall kind of feel, because there's the garden is there. That's your community involvements, and your career is definitely in focus there too, and finances. So I don't know whether, networking or, there's your networking at noons. I feel to it. But definitely the time has changed. So I know that is mentioned here in that upper row. Yeah, that hibernation, coming out of hibernation feel, because we've got the bear and the flowers with that time change. So the book is here. So I kind of feel like there's a surprise or a mystery, possibly invitation. But also, I had gone to the library the other day, and the flowers, the book, and the house is here, so that has that library feel, where they were, they have seeds available for you to take. You just have to fill out a form, and you can take the seeds with you. So I kind of feel like that's mentioned. Maybe I'm supposed to mention that so that somebody can take advantage of that nice little, gift from the community, okay? And then the sun is in the middle with the key. So that sunshine, the sun, it has a way of brightening up all of the aspects of the more difficult, challenging cards. And above the cloud, or above the sun, is the snake and the scythe. And that is a breakthrough feel. And it's a positive resolution and a positive change, but it could be a change of direction, okay? Because the crossroads are there. So we have choices that we need to make. that can honestly change the trajectory of our timeline, our paths that we take. Okay. If you take a different road, um, that could obviously alter what you run into or what you see or experience. But out in nature is definitely highlighted here, and I do see a breakthrough there again. So we've got multiple breakthroughs. Um, Conversations can be a little challenging, but necessary, and they could involve your children. Um, and it could also be some worries and concerns. Okay, I like to see, the portrait to the far right. It's got the clover and the flowers, so that's that renewal energy, that obviously springtime energy too. But the heart is there, so those are the things that bring you passion and inspiration and enthusiasm. Focus on those type of things that can kind of bring you out of your slumber. My garden is my favorite place for that, and that is mirrored here. So, getting out and maybe tending to your garden, planting new seeds is highlighted. Um, yeah, I like to see that feeling of renewal. I do see dodging a bullet, or a second chance, um, and possibly a little bit of rejection. But rejection is a form of spiritual protection, and especially with our upper left-hand corner being the cross, I think it's telling us that as well. I do see a period of away, but rest and recovery. Somebody could have gone through some surgery or a healing journey. I do see that as being on the mend. Let's see what else. I see collaboration or partnerships. There might have been an ending or closing. Let's see what else. We are making progress, though. I like that. And helpful friends, but definitely multiple. We can go in multiple directions, or you could be wearing different hats. You know, Mothers are known for that. The juggling and maybe going to work, but yet you have your home life you have to take care of, and then there's preparations and all the responsibilities can be a little overwhelming. Yeah, that's definitely in that mix. There might be some concerns with finances because I've got the fish in the clouds, but I do see progress, which I like to see. But I do also see some stagnant, stuck energy and delays and challenges and a little bit of, quieter energies. I don't know. I just feel like that's going to be opening up soon. It's just a mystery as to, how that's going to unfold. Okay. I see a health note, possibly a doctor health note. There could have been some challenges there, but once again, we're on the mend. I see travel, but we're traveling in different methods. It could be faster paced energy. Just slow down, those bumpy roads. Go over those bumpy roads slowly. Could ruin your car. I see research. Possibly, the career card with the book can mean lots of different careers. But I do see conversation or news from either somebody, mother, sister, daughter, or somebody significant that could shed some light on some mystery. you know, there's health talks here, but there's also exercise, coaching, competition feel. So I don't know, maybe a little bit of a gambler feel too. Maybe have a challenge, weight loss challenge kind of comes to mind. Everybody's out there, um, on a health journey. I like to see that though. Everybody's making some progress there and people are talking, and I feel like, if we all are here to encourage one another and maybe offer up some ideas or techniques or what works for you, I like that. But the healthcare is highlighted here. Healthcare professionals, um, maybe general practitioners, that sort of thing, which that was in last week as well. But I do see a holiday, possibly abroad. Looks like a nice sunny vacation. That's good for your health and recovery. Okay, maybe before things start picking up. Let's see what else. There's a little bit of niggles though, or a little bit of financial loss, and maybe memory loss. Memory is in focus too. Let's see. I do see good friends though, like your people. Possibly some retrograde feel. Mercury in retrograde probably. Don't do anything. Electronics really suffer during that time, and communication can be difficult too. So just always keep that in the back of your mind. Try not to get too upset that Mercury has a lot to do with it. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I definitely see planting seeds. So get those gardens ready. Well, all right, folks. I hope you have a great week. Enjoy that sunshine and warm weather. And if you'd like a personal reading, I'd love to sit down with you. Always feel free to reach out. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.